Hey guys, Mr. Wilmot here. Hope you guys have been enjoying the juggle lessons. If you are checking this video out for the first time, you're probably going to want to backtrack and go to lesson 1 and then lesson 2. If you're viewing this on YouTube, I have also lesson 1 and lesson 2 for younger students, so make sure you're on the right lesson. So this is juggle lesson number 3. Today we're going to focus more on the circle juggle. Last lesson we did the X pattern, crisscross. So what I would like for you to do in step 1 today, let's just review before we get into circle juggle. Let's review any of the steps that we've done before. If you want to practice the inside outside, you can work on that. If you want to practice the pattern juggle, where you just choose a pattern and you continue that, do that. And of course, if you want to practice the X pattern juggle or the crisscross, you can practice that again. So that's my favorite one. If you had a hard time with the X pattern juggle, have no fear. What I usually find is a good mix between the students. If you're really good at X pattern, you might have a difficult time on the circle juggle. And then vice versa. If you just thought that the X pattern was very difficult, you might find the circle juggle to be much easier. So I find that about half of the kids find circle juggle to be easier, and the other half find the X pattern to be easier. So good luck to you on this lesson. So go ahead and start review. In the circle juggle, we're just gonna, of course, learn how to do it with 2 scarves before we go on to 3. So just drop one of your scarves or your grocery bags, whatever you're using at home. And let's start with 1 in each hand. The thing that makes the circle juggle unique is that not only are the scarves sharing the same pattern, they're going in a circle around you, basically right in front of your face. They are sharing, but what makes it more unique than any other juggle is the fact that your hands do not multitask. In all the other juggles that we've done so far, your hands have been catching and throwing no matter what juggle it was. Your hands would catch and your hands would throw, both of them. However, in the circle juggle, that's not the case. So you want to make one of your hands the throwing hand, and you want to make one of your hands the catching hand. So for me, I tend to use my left hand for throwing and my right hand for catching when I'm doing this juggle. So if my left hand is the throwing hand, it will never catch. It will only throw. Now you might be thinking, how in the world do I get, once I catch it, to my throwing hand if I'm not catching it? Well, we do a little handoff. So you are going to catch it with your catching hand and then hand it off to an empty throwing hand. So with 2 scarves, let's start with 1 in each hand. You're going to throw, hand off, catch the one that you threw. You don't have to go fast at first. Throw, hand off, catch. Throw, hand off, catch. Throw, hand off, catch. Now, as you get good, you can go faster. And of course, as you go fast, now it's looking more like a little 2-scarf juggle. So you got a 2-scarf juggle going on here. And that's the circle juggle with 2 scarves. Practice. Let's see what you can do. Now that we're going to add 3 scarves to the circle juggle, you're going to have to hold 2 scarves in one hand. So again, just like previous lessons, take your pretend scissors, cut the corner off one, pinch the other one in your hand. However, the one that you're pinching doesn't necessarily have to go up first in this case. Again, I want to do a circle. All 3 scarves are sharing the same path. So for me, my pattern is going to be purple, red, because I'm going to hand off the red to my throwing hand, and then yellow. So I'm going to throw purple, hand off red, throw red, hand off yellow, and as I'm throwing the yellow into the air, I should be catching the purple at the same time. So I'll be throwing and catching at the same time, and then handing off to my hand, throw and catch at the same time to continue the circle. So throw, hand off, and now you just continue the pattern. The higher that you throw the scarves, the higher you throw them, the more time that you have. Ooh, I was trying to keep those scarves in the camera there. Purple, red, yellow. 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 You don't want the scarves to crash into each other. So now we're going to try tennis balls. Again, if you don't have tennis balls at your house, just get one sock and ball it up. And you can use tiny sock balls to juggle as well. Again, let's start with 2. For this juggle, remember, it's circle. Imagine an oval or a circle right in front of you. And again, this is going to be my throwing hand. This is going to be my catching hand. So with 2 tennis balls, it's fairly easy. So you're going to toss, hand off, catch. Toss, hand off, catch. Toss, hand off, catch. And then as you go, the quicker you go, it looks more like a juggle. A 2-ball juggle. Try it. All right, now it's time to do the circle juggle with 3 tennis balls. So let's do 3 tennis balls. It's the same motion. You're still imagining a circle in front of you. And now, just like the 3 scarves, you're going to throw, hand off, throw, hand off. And as you throw the 3rd tennis ball, you should be catching the 2nd one. So circle juggle with tennis balls or sock balls. Well, I got 1 round. All right. And again, just like with X pattern, if you're just beginning, you're not going to be a professional on your first try. So when we did that one, you were just, focused on 2 catches right away. This one, just try to get 3 tosses. 1, 2, 3. So do that first. 1, 2, 3. And then I caught all 3. So try to throw all 3 and catch all 3. And then once you throw all 3 and catch all 3, then you can try to continue that pattern. Try to get 4 throws in, then try to get 5 throws in, and then 6, and so on and so on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, got 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh. Give it a shot. I'm a cowboy. Yeah. Achoo! Ew, that's nasty.